life has to be worth something, and when I find it, I said like I have to be dedicated of something. I feel like I was born this way, you know. So this is so natural. I can't even describe it.
So it's great to meet you, first of all. We're so happy to finally be able to connect. I know we've been kind of communicating through your coach for a long time and trying to provide a lot, equipment and support and everything in the ways we can. But we wanted to kind of just get an introduction about yourself a little bit, partly for the interview, but partly just so that, because we don't know you very well, and
Yeah.
it was our first time to kind of get to meet you. So so what's your kind of background and what you've done with archery and where you're at now?
I started archery 2007. I was 9 years old then. And then my aim was always being the best in the world. I still keep this goal. I still keep it. So my medals are, I think for me, the most important one is the 2018 I became European champion with the individual and also with the team. And that year was also so tough for me because in the back competitions, I lost all of my matches in the quarterfinal with the shoot-off, with the millimeters. That was so disappointed. But that times I realized how strong I am. And then I keep this dream more strongly. I hope that one day I become an Olympic champion, as long as I work hard this way. And me and Mete has world record together in the mixed team. We also have a lot of mixed team medals in the World Cups and European championships and everything.
Yeah, that one just sounded to me a little bit twangy, like the fingers are just differently that time.
A 9 is all that's required to win because Mete Gassos only needs to get a 36 to secure the 1 point Turkey required to secure the bronze medal. Relaxed and into the 10. And Gassos and Anagoz have done it here. They've taken it 6
I have individual medals also. I don't know, I didn't count actually, but the most important was for me Mediterranean Games. We get the bronze medal with the team and the European champion. And then also the World Cup finals, I win the silver medal. It was also in my country, so it was more excited before everything. So this is how my archery career goes.
Yeah, perfect.
So starting off, to tell a story about us kind of working together, how did you first find out about RamRods and who introduced you to us?
I think it was in 2019. We went to Netherlands for training camp. I was talking to Steve about the rods, how it is, and he suggested it was like really good. We tried it before the competition, and I really loved it. And I said, okay, I have to meet this company. And after the World Championship, we contact with you, and then we start use it, and we're still using it. It's really good.
I guess we wanted to ask too, like in particular, like what are the facets of what you're looking for in equipment, and in particular, like how this setup for you found the right balance of a lot of different factors that go into your shooting.
So this is the important part. I think I am actually left-handed, but in archery I shoot right-handed. So my reflexes are really strong on the left side. When I'm shooting, my left side moves a lot. And RamRods helps me to make this move less than before everything. So this is the important thing for me about the rods, and it works really well. So about the setting up, my coach does everything. So actually I have no idea how this setup goes. I just know how I feel, and feeling on my left side is strong and good. I like it.
Okay. So to follow up on one part of that, so you mentioned your coach works with you a lot to set up your equipment, but that you definitely have a sense of kind of the feeling of the bow and what you're looking for. Can you describe that a little more about what maybe you had before that wasn't feeling as good, but then you were able to work with your coach to fine tune it and found certain characteristics or reactions of the bow that that
Yeah.
feel good.
Weights are important for me, as I said in the left side. So there is also the, how to say, the shortest rods. We put weight more on here, and we also put on the bow, so maybe it's gonna be more heavier. But then I realized I shoot like 800 arrows in a day, and it's really hard to keep strong all day with the heavy bow. And so we made this, I think, almost equal with each other, so it's more stable, how to say?
Maybe neutral balance?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's more neutral balance right now, and it's better this way for me.
Okay.
So for you, when you're getting your equipment set up maybe for a specific competition, what is it that lets you know, or how do you know when your setup is ready to win, like in your equipment? Is there anything particular you're looking for there?
There's one thing that we always shoot good, but there is also, we are not robots, so we may have some mistakes, but the little ones. Even with the little mistake, if I shoot on the yellow side, even in the far away 9, I say like, okay, the bow is down. But when you shoot and when you make a little mistake, just a little, and if arrow goes in the 6 or 7 so far away, it means I think there is something wrong with the bow, not on me. So when I see this, I say, okay, now bow is done. That's the important part.
All right, so now we're getting a little more into the, I guess, mindset of the archers, of you in particular. So this particular question is essentially, when did you decide that you wanted to dedicate your life to archery, and how did you know that that was the right decision for you?
Life has to be worth something, and I think mostly people are missing this. So when I find it, I said like I have to be dedicated of something. When I met the archery, I was really young, and my aim was always being the best in the world. So I feel like I was born this way, you know. So this is so natural. I can't even describe it.
So yeah, something just drew you to it, and ever since you were little, it just kept rising in kind of connection.
Yeah, I didn't have any other dreams like, oh, I want to do this or do this. I just don't have life right now. Like, my life is all about archery, and like I can see my family, my education, I do by myself on the online. I try really hard, but it's not the same as everyone who goes to school every day. And my life is all about archery, and I can't even imagine another thing else.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in your archery career, and what did you learn from them, or what have they taught you?
As I told before, in 2018, I lost 5 important competitions with the shoot-off. I shot 10 and my rivals shot also X. It was so disappointing because I was really good on this year. I worked really hard, and the aim was the European Championship on this year. Until this way, I lost all, and I was like really so upset. I can't even describe how much it is. And I was like, if it's not gonna happen, I'm done. And then in European Championship, I broke a world record with Mete and individual gold, team gold. I was like the 3 of the 3. It was really good, and it taught me that if you work really hard enough, one day you will win. There is no escape of this. You will win. So this is how I keep myself calm.
I like that a lot. I think that does translate very well into the next question, which is, and again, I think this kind of comes from our background, and being in archery for so long, you obviously grow and are going through different life stages at different points with your shooting and your skill and the results you have. But you mentioned that the drive to kind of be the best is one of the things that definitely keeps you motivated. And I guess for us, or for our listeners, the question is, what else I think drives you as far, or keeps you motivated kind of day in and day out? Or if it is the kind of being the best, why being the best? Like, what does that mean for you more specifically?
Because I feel like when I'm on this line, I'm not alone. I also fight for the little girls who they always told them that you can't do it, it's not your job, you will not be a success. I'm also there for them. I feel this way. I feel I represent my country. all country is in my back. I'm not alone. So it's just not me, it's my family, the little girls who see me as role models. So this makes me motivated because I can't stop it. If it's only me, I can just go away, it's okay. It's just me, and so I can be like peace with myself, but with this huge crowd, I just can't leave them alone. This makes me motivated every day because it's really hard to stay motivated in archery. Even if you're best, you can lose in the first match. We've seen a lot of in the history. It's still going like this. Archery is crazy sport and it's really hard to keep yourself motivated. If you represent something more than just yourself, it makes you more stronger.
And her competitor, the reigning European champion, on target 2, representing Turkey, Yasemin Anagoz.
Very, very good start.
Interesting matchup this because the home crowd favorite is shooting against the world #1 and the #1 ranked archer at this tournament.
And the reigning Olympic champion. It's a 9. Not bad from Anagoz, the European
I like that.
champion.
From your career in archery and your journey through the Olympics, what is it that you hope those other little girls and people from your country and all those other archers looking up to you take and learn from that for themselves?
I want to talk about something also except the archery. When I was in that range, 2016, there is a lot of crowd, and also in Turkey, it's really popular to watch the Olympics. People were talking about how I look more than how I shot. So Olympics also represent, I think, equalism, and also people, not only the girls, also the boys, who has to love themselves. When you're on the TV, people are not looking how you're shooting or how successful you are, how beautiful, how ugly, how fat, how hard, how tall you are. So in Olympics, in 2016, I see on this way, and then I also may have a goal about the life. I also have the hashtag about be yourself. People has to be not shy about being themselves, and in Olympics, with the interviews I gave and with the look how I was like showing about myself, it was really strong, and it was so different than the 2016, because in this Olympics people were scared about talking about how I look rather than how I shot. And with the words and everything, Olympics experience about the archery, it's amazing. Of course I'm sad because I lost, but my performance was really good. I'm proud of that. I wasn't shaking with the fear. I had the courage. That's the point for me in the life. But as I said, I am more than just being an archer. I have to be also a role model for everyone, and Olympics was the place to be, and I'm really glad that I had that experience.
So I think it's pretty obvious looking at the performance over the last several years from Turkey in archery that you're becoming more and more of a force in the sport, in the world of archery. What do you think has led to this increase in performance, and where do you think that's headed in the future?
Yeah, you're right. It's very popular in Turkey right now, archery. I think it was also popular back in 19s, yeah, I think. But then there were some changes in Turkey, so medal numbers get lower, then archery got forgotten. When Mete, me and our team, and also our head coach Göktuğ, he starts a new system. And with this system, we start to breaking the records and having the medals, and then media keep hearing it, and then when they show it on the television, people were like, oh, archery looks fun, archery looks really excited. And when they watch it when they goes our profile or looking our biography and see that how archery actually hard sport, and then it becomes even more popular. And I also think that our manager Possible has also really big job with it because we have a lot of sponsors also. Archery back then, archery people wasn't even think that it's a sport. But then people see that it's really like hardest sports in the world, and also brands has seen it. And having the sports of the brands, it's I think very important because this is how sports heard of the people. Like I think in tennis or other sports become popular from the history about this way. And I think the system our coach started makes our medal number up, and then media comes more interesting.